5. Oh, yep. I think, are we going? 7 to 8 seconds. No, the timer's all over the place. Right, 6 seconds, and now it's frozen. Oh, Jesus. All right, Gold Dalek Who is in there. Cons. What's it? I haven't got my glasses on. Cons Customs 1. Have a good Christmas. Oh, well, I tell you, I'm glad it's over. All right. Actually, let me just. This is my camera, which I'm in the middle of doing a beef casserole. Okay, there you go. I'm going to try and put some charge in that battery. For the last half an hour, I've been preparing and chopping up the veg and frying the meat and all the rest, doing a beef casserole. And now it's in the oven. So it is 10 to 6 in the evening, English time. So we call it 6 o'clock. It's got to be in there. Hold on, what is it? It's got to be in there for an hour and 45. So 45 minutes will be, say, 7. It'll be 8. Call it. No, wait a minute. What am I talking about? 6. Oh, right. I should have worked this out. All right, we'll call it 6. So 7:45 is when I've got to end this in an hour and 45 minutes. 7:45. That's how long the casserole's going to do. Oh, it's going to be great. So what I'm going to do, I'll do this in an hour and 45. Stop this, and then go in and finish the casserole, and I'll finish eating the casserole for the camera. Hayden Sharkey. Hello. Oh, Scotty B is in the house as well. Oh boy, yeah, Scotty B. Amber Franklin. Oh, you're from Milton Keynes as well, are you? Amber Franklin. Oh, that's interesting. Whereabouts in Milton Keynes are you, Amber? Let's see. I'm toxic. Says, am I the only kid here? This just notifications. I don't know why I'm here. Oh, am I the only kid here? This just notified me. Oh, there should be a space there. Notified me. I don't know why I'm here. Well, I don't know what. Well, that's the thing. It shouldn't really have notified you. But while you are here, you don't have to listen to this bullshit that I'm going to be doing for the next hour and 45. But if you like, what's your name? I'm Toxic. You can go onto my cookery. This whole channel is mostly cookery and some other stuff. But yeah, if you want to learn how to cook cheaply and nutritiously, then go have a look at my video. So it's not complete loss. Oh, Scotty B. If I have to go, I will catch it on the rerun. Oh, no problem. Oh, Amber Franklin. You live at Connyborough. I used to live at Connyborough for a lot of years. Yeah, we used to live near the pond. There's a pond on Connyborough. We used to live near there. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to. Right, hold on a second. Let me get my shop brand vodka. For my flies, Robin. Oh, blimey. Hold on a sec. The belt is coming undone. Ugh. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking some vodka now. Whatever. Let me see. Yeah, Amber Franklin, Connyborough. Yeah, that's. You ever tried the kebab van on Connyborough next to your license? It's that they used to be really good, right? But years ago, people used to come for miles for that kebab van. Then they sold it to some other fellas, and it's still good, but it's not as good, Amber, yeah, I've lived in a lot of places in Milton Keynes, she says. Yeah, I have also. I've been all around a lot of places, but yeah, interesting though. Yeah, because you're not far. Pat Scott, hi Mark, 4x4 loves your channel and cooks all your fab recipes. Excellent. That's good news. That's good to inspire people. People write to me sometimes saying how they you know, they like they like the style. I mean, I don't really have too much of a style, and I'm out there doing my thing. I'm just sort of winging it. And actually, somebody wrote to me. Who was it? Oh, I can't remember who it was, but it was just the other day. Somebody wrote to me saying, amongst other things, I have the worst. Um, it looks like I wing it, which is true, and I have the worst food presentation imaginable, which is true also, you know. But but that's the thing. That's my style in there, you know, because basically, like you mentioned, I can't remember the name. Basically, it's just tip everything into the same pat into the plate, and away you go. You know, I've never been one of those guys. It winds me up. You know, when you're in an all-you-can-eat buffet, for example. And I remember one time I was on my lunch break and I'm trying to get in the Chinese for a all-you-can-eat buffet, and I'm like 12th in line, right? And you got some awkward bastard at the front, and he's trying to, and he's getting a scoop of this, and he's putting it on the corner of the plate, and he's getting a scoop of that, and he's making sure the two things don't touch on the plate, and he's putting it over here, taking something else, putting it around the edge. God forbid that anything should touch. Oh God, I've never been one of those. Even when I go into a all-you-can-eat thing, spoon of this, slap it all in one big heap, and I'm off. And I'm happy. But that's but that's the style that I go for. It's like when if I'm out or I'm cooking or whatever I'm doing. George C is in the house, and your thing just yeah, that's it. George C, one of my regulars. Chocolate top. Who cares about presentation? If it tastes good, that's all that matters. But in fact, thank you. That's what I wrote back to this guy. I said, look, I said to him, I don't think it was a particularly derogatory comment that he sent. It was just an observation, I think. Although it took me a few days to figure out the tone. Sometimes I'm not easy. It's not easy for me to decipher sometimes, especially when you're reading something, if they sometimes I pick up the wrong intent, but I don't think it was malicious. But I wrote to him and said, look, I've never been one to make the food look pretty, just hot. It's like the in City Slickers, I think it's the first one. You got all the holiday makers that come there to herd the cattle, and you got the boss, and he says to the chef who's walking by, "What's the food like? Tell him about the food." And he says, "Right, you're not going to get any city sautéed steak and French fries around here. It's going to be hot, brown, and plenty of it." That was the line, and that's how I work in the kitchen. So it's hot, brown, plenty of it, and it's put a few veg in there to top it off. Now, I tell you what, the reason I'm actually I noticed for a little while back, I was getting a bit of a fat bastard, right? So what I decided was, for the last month and a half, I was going to cut out all the fizzy drinks. And in the last month and a half, I've actually had only 3 cans, and 2 of them are at work because they were giving them away. They were giving us some Christmas pies and stuff. Oh shit! What 6? Yeah, right. Can anybody? Right, if anybody sticks around to the end, can you remind me? 7:45 is when I need to stop, and I mean it because otherwise the food's going to burn in the oven. Yeah, I decided to cut out all fizzy drinks, and I had 2 at work because they were giving them away with some Christmas donuts and stuff, and I had 1 at home because I found a drink in the fridge. And actually, it was a can of pineapple. It wasn't this brand. But I figured, and I tell you what, it's been a month and a half, and I've noticed. I mean, my stomach's not as flat as it was when I was training, all those years ago. I mean, it was like solid, 6-pack abs, washboard kind of action going on there. But I tell you what, it's a lot firmer. I can feel the firmness of the muscle in the stomach there, in the belly area. But it's also less of it. I mean, it's when I rub your hand across there, you can feel there's less of it. I don't look as fat as I do in the mirror. And that's only from a month and a half of all I did, cut out fizzy drinks. But today, because I figured I haven't done a live stream for a long time, I figured, right, I'll break out the old vodka because it's been sitting on the top there. That's all I got left. You know, it's only what a third of a bottle. I haven't drank any vodka in 2-3 months. So I'm just reading the topic comment. Yeah, for about three, wasn't it? Yeah, I haven't drank any vodka for like 3 months. I haven't drank any fizzy drinks for a month and a half. So I figured, you know, once in a while is not going to do any harm, you know. So I figure I'll just have some vodka with my with a pineapple flavored libation. All right, let's have a taste of it. This was Lee Merton sent me this a little while back in my post office box. I'll be making good use of this. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, but what I did, I tried the bar brand, and it was a little bit thicker than this. Let's see. Let's see about some comments. Scotty B. Mark, do you remember the person who spoke to you about a meat-free month a couple of days ago? Yep, I do. I spammed him meat emojis. Yeah, somebody asked me if I'd be doing any meat-free month, or you know, a bit like one of those fad. It's a big fad for it, you know, like those people who do dry January. Is it dry January? Where for the month of January, don't drink any booze. I mean, I'm never one to jump on any of these bandwagons, you know. I'm toxic. I'm toxic. 7:45. Pin this comment. Can I? I don't know if I can pin the comment. No, I can't pin the comment. It gives me. I can report it, remove it, put user in timeout, hide user from this channel, or add you as a moderator. I'm afraid, but thank you, but I can't pin it, which is a bit of a shame because it would have been. Anyway, oh Jesus, what was it? Funny, you had one mouthful of vodka drink, and I can't remember what I was. Yeah, dry January. It's all a load of bullshit. I mean, I'm not a big drinker. I mean, I'll buy a bottle of vodka. I'll drink that in 10 days, for example, you know, along with all the mixers and that. I'll buy another one. I'll drink that in 10 days, and then I won't have any for 3 months. You know, so it's no big deal. I'm going to sort of cut out booze in the month of January. I just don't drink it that often, you know. So I mean, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon with the no meat for a month. Fuck them, you know. But it's what I put in the I wrote back to him and said, look, you know, thank you for your comment, but I'm of the opinion that every living thing on the planet is in the food chain. Same as we are. We're in the food chain. Well, yeah, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, aside from eating everything else that's running around, we are also food for other things as well. You know, once we're dead. And it reminds me, I was watching an article the other day about some old woman that died in a flat, and the cats ate her. You know, and but yeah, I mean, either that or you get buried and you're worm food, or you know, so we're all in the food chain. So I mean, what's the point in, you know, trying to be a good person and stop eating meat? We're in the food chain. We're supposed to eat meat and eat other stuff, you know. If that's how the human race, you know, by the human race progressed by catching and eating stuff that couldn't outrun us, you know. So you know. Batesy boy, who's one of my moderators, I could see a little spanner there. Here to keep law and order, says I fixed my hair just to. Oh, I'd say. I wasn't sure. I misread that first. I fixed my hair just to watch. Oh, thank you for making the effort there. English Heart. I'm on the real ale diet. Excellent. Scotty B, where the pot noodle cup? Well, well, the thing is, I don't have any pot. I don't think might have one. But the thing is, they started to. I could taste the plastic. I mean, they're years old. I've been drinking out of them for years, and thing is, after a while, it must be the end of their life. I mean, using them, washing them for ages, and I could taste the plastic when I was drinking stuff, so I had to, just put them in the recycling, turn them into a shopping bag or something. And yeah, so at the moment, I'm drinking out of Lee Merton's cup that he sent me. There you go, Budweiser cup. So I'm making good use of this. If this was in the sink, then I would revert back to my, I would use the one pot noodle tub I've got left, or I would use the my old favorite Uncle Ben stir fry glass jar. I would use that, but it's, I've got something to drink out of today. I'm drinking out of this. Pat Scott, 4x4 is worried about the size of your meals. No. I'll tell you what I do sometimes. I mean, it is because the thing is, remember, a lot of you regulars would have seen my bodybuilding photograph. I got one photograph of me back when I was 25 and I was bodybuilding solid. Anyway, I got one photograph, and I held that to the screen and showed people who were interested. And I was doing that for several years, and it is like a habit. You eat to compensate for the amount of calories you're burning. If you burn 5,000 calories, I would try and eat 5,500. I never used to count the calories. I just stuffed as much calories down my neck as I could. But I was doing that for several days, and it took a long time for that habit to go, and it still hasn't even gone. I still have instances now where I will eat. I will eat more than I actually want. It's because it's such a hard habit to break. I mean, I'm lucky that I haven't gained, I haven't ballooned out into a haystack or anything. But as I'm getting older, it's harder to maintain your weight. But it's, yeah. I mean, I do control. Although I do eat big meals, but remember, when you look at those meals that I eat, I mean, I eat out of that big pasta bowl. And it's usually quite full. But if you look at the contents of that bowl, 2/3 of it are vegetables. Potatoes, carrots, sweet corn, peas, broccoli, cauliflower, all that stuff. So only one. So there's not a lot. That 1/3 is meat, possibly 2/3 is vegetables. So I mean, it's not. I'm eating a big bowl of garbage. It's I mean, you can get away with eating a lot of veg, without sort of kind of be a slob. I'll put some more vodka in this. Oh, Daniel's in the house. Hello to you. Downstairs dog, my guy. He says, downstairs dog. I don't think I've seen that. Are you new? You must be new to the channel. I don't think I've seen that name before. Gold Dalek who? Gold Dalek who? I'm on this. Yeah, I'm on the seafood diet. He says, very good. Daniel, yep, Daniel's in the house. Good evening to you, Scotty B. Got to go now, Mark. Catch you on the rerun. Excellent. Well, thanks for stopping by. In fact, if you're going off, just leave the thing running. It'll add to my view count and whatnot. But it's up to you. Okay, who we got here? Daniel says, Mark, I've just been watching your shaving video. With a while WAHL hair clippers. It was a suggested, I guess, video when I was viewing your barber vids on YouTube. Oh, when I was viewing other Barbie videos. Oh, excellent. That's good to know it's working. Christ. Yeah, well, that's an interesting one because I mean, I'm due for a shave again. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, well, that video that Daniel was talking about, everybody, is my my shave. I've done 2 shaving videos. One I've got some hair trimmers, a bit like sheep shearers, those things they use in the barbers. I do my own hair sometimes, if I'm if it's from But also, what I do, I take the guard off, and then I shave with it with the hair trimmers without the guard, and it takes it down to like 1 or 2 day stubble, which is fine. That's the way I like it. I don't really like it smooth. But then if I really want to, that's where I wouldn't go in there and have a wet shave like this. Jesus Christ, no, I would never get rip my face apart. But I'd use the hair trimmers first without the guard, and then it's short enough to go over with a wet shave with a shave with the wet razor. But yeah, I tell you, it's a good idea. I've told other people about that thing, and they all think it's a good idea because if you grow a week's worth of stubble, and then you go in for a wet shave, oh, it's hell. You'll dull your blade, it'll clog up. Once your blade clogs, then you're easy to cut yourself. It's madness. But yeah, I hope that was a useful video. I'll be coming some usefulness for you. Boyo. Oh, sorry, Batesy Boyo. Mark, what do you think of social Darwinism? Organizing society along the lines of evolution and survival. I don't actually. I'm not certain. I've got a feeling I understand the question. Organizing society along the lines of evolution and survival. Social Darwinism. If I understand the meaning of the question correctly, the answer would be, yeah. I mean, I see that all the time. I see people who, they do stuff, they act certain ways, where you think, how the, how is it you got to be so old? Being such a dumb shit. That's how I see some people sometimes. It's crazy, and I don't know. It's yeah. I mean, there's definitely people who shouldn't be walking around the streets. They're just too dumb for their own bloody good, and anybody else's good for that matter. And but because the thing is, I've worked with some thick shits. Let me tell you, I was on a building site. No, I was in a shop. A shop that was cleared out, and we was in there we were stripping the place out. We're trying to knock down this wall, and you imagine, right? There's a dividing wall. You're in a shop, in a store, right? The whole place is empty. That you've got a brick wall in the middle of the shop, which is dividing the customer side of the shop with the store side of the shop, right? There's a big brick wall. My job and this stupid fucking chimp who was working with, it's our job to smash this wall down with some sledgehammers, right? So of course I come along and I'm thinking, yeah, you start at the top and you work your way down, all right? Because that's the way that way you don't have big obstacles falling on. This fucking idiot, he started to smash the bottom of the wall first. He started thinking he'll start from the bottom upwards, and things like this. Anyway, that's I don't know if that's the social Darwinism. People like that shouldn't be allowed to be walking around. Okay, Amber Franklin. The people who owned the kebab van on Connyborough now own a kebab shop on Connyborough. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you know what? Right, okay. The people who own the kebab shop on Connyborough. Anyway, anybody who doesn't live in Milton Keynes won't know anything about this, but the people who own the kebab van on Connyborough, which is outside the off license, now own a kebab shop in Connyborough, and I think it used to be the chicken shop, she says. You know what? And that chicken shop that you mentioned used to be called Laggy's Chicken. I used to go in there all the time. I used to have arguments in there as well. Fucking hell, with the bloody idiots he's got working in there. The guy would be working the mop. I'd go in and say, "Oh, can I have a chicken wrap?" Put the mop in the corner, start handling my wrap. Don't wash your hands or nothing, fucking asshole. That's what it was like in that place. Fucking I used to complain all the time. But yeah, that's interesting though. I'll have to go. I've got a bit of time off. I'll have to go around Connyborough and see what they're doing in there. The chicken shop turned into a kebab shop. It's a shame though, because they did some good chicken. Ben Varley, hi Mark, good to see you live again. Please say hi to Becky. She has a big crush on you and loves and loves that old pic from your weight training days. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that was. I'll tell you what, that was. Well, I'll say half a lifetime ago. It literally was. I was 25 when that photograph was taken. Christ, I was 25 years old then, and yeah, I actually I was training a man, but I was training, eating, and my goal was to get to a certain stage where I was actually going to go apply for the Gladiator TV show. All I needed to do, well, I had the strength, I had all the rest of it. All I needed to do was work on the cardio, and just when I was getting, because I spent ages, getting the muscle and getting the physique and all that lot, and I was doing some cardio, but I really needed to hammer the cardio. Just when I was getting ready to do that, they cancelled the show. Busted. Anyway, but thank you, Becky. Apparently, she has a big a big crush. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I'm glad you like that photograph. It's the only photograph I've got. I had it laminated because once that's gone, then I'll have no proof that I ever used to train when I was young. That's the thing, because when you because I used to when the subject came up, like you're overwork at the dinner table, and the subject comes in of nutrition, training, and I used to give people, say, oh, well, look, the thing is with training, bloody blah, blah. And the thing is that, but people look at me now, or they look at anybody now and say, well, you're full of shit. You don't know anything about. It's only when you show them a picture of when he was a bodybuilder, they think, oh yeah, maybe he does know what he's talking about. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to give anybody advice. I mean, I'm no expert, for example. I only know what worked for me, nutritionally wise, training wise. I mean, back in the day, I was never drinking vodka, never drinking pretty much any alcohol. I was smoking a lot of marijuana. That's what I was doing mostly. But I never. Well, I mean, what I would do though, I would go 3-4 months solid training, eating, training. And then because you deny your body these things, then I'd have a big binge. I'd have a big pizza roll. I'd have 6 chocolate bars all in one go, and then feel like shit, and then go have to train it off. But as I'm getting older, as long as you don't, it's like the fizzy drinks. I've only had 2 or 3 cans in the last 6 weeks. As long as you don't deny yourself these things, then it won't become a big issue. I find, and I actually feel a little bit better. I feel a little bit flatter in the stomach, a little bit firmer in the stomach, for certain. Have you ever seen a fat potato? English Heart, have you ever seen a fat potato? Well, I tell you, I've seen some big potatoes. If during the summertime, I'm going to try and if I'm still around at this allotment, I'll be growing some potatoes, and I've got an interesting way of doing it, and it'll work for anybody who doesn't have a garden, who has a balcony, even that'll work. Oh, Jesus Christ. King Tigaro, Merry Christmas, Mark. Hope you had a good one. Hasn't been the same without those live videos. Welcome back, my dude. Thank you very much. Well, I tell you what, I'm glad, you can't go nowhere though. I was in the co-op, when you were at the till, she said, oh, how's your Christmas been? Oh, fuck me. Yeah. And I said, well, I'm glad it's over, right? Because that way I don't have to hear about it anymore, right? Okay. But no, it's like everybody's like, Merry Christmas. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I appreciate people writing it like they have done in the comment Merry Christmas, but really, I appreciate the comments and the feedback and the fact that you're actually watching the channel. But I'm not one for Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Oh God, I just want it to be over, I'm a regular walking, talking Scrooge, me, I tell you. But no, I'm just sick of it. You know, every year it comes around, I can't wait for it to be over. Snip is in the house. Marky boy is. Ah, actually, that's an interesting question. Thank you very much. Bates Boyo. Batesy Boy. I can't get used to reading that name. Batesy Boyo. Mark, have you ever been on the TV, like a 15 Minutes of Fame type of thing? Yes, I have. Uh, in fact, I saw my dad on TV once as well. My dad used to work on the oil rigs. I guess he's retired now. I guess I don't know. Well, yeah. I mean, he's got to be late 70s. I would imagine. I'm 50 in six. I'm 50 in 6 months. So if he's 25, 30 years older than me, that makes him 75 to 80, give or take. I don't know. So yeah, but so I'll say he used to work. He used to work on the oil rigs. He used to go on the oil rigs. He used to dive, put on scuba stuff, dive down and work on the pipes on the seabed and stuff. So I actually saw him. There's an oil slick back in the 80s, I guess, and yeah, there's an oil spill on one of the oil rigs, and it blew up, and yeah, I think or something. Anyway, I saw him on for about 3 seconds on there. But I have been on the telly as well. When I was working maintenance department at the Milton Keynes shopping centre, what I'm doing, I'm walking down the arcade with my stuff, walking with a colleague of mine, and suddenly this woman and a camera guy jumped out and said, "Oh, do you want to be on the TV?" She said, "Right, okay, stand there and say ooh ooh when we point to you, right?" I go, "Okay, fair enough." So she goes, and we're like ooh ooh, right? Thank you very much. Right, you can piss off now, and right, and we just went on and what happened was I've never seen it, the actual video, but people in the shopping centre used to come up for weeks afterwards. I saw you. What it was, there's a video of Pat and two radio DJs back in the 80s and 90s, right? Pat and Mick. I think they did a song called Let's All Dance. And what they were doing Let's All Dance. And then they would cut in little segments, little 2-second segments of dummies saying, ooh, ooh, like they're in between in the chorus, right? So they do their singing, cut to 2 seconds of dumb shits, and then carry on with the singing. And they would put these little segments in through the video. And yeah, like I say, I've never seen it, but apparently, but like I say, I mean, lots of people came in the customers in the shopping centre used to come up to us and and tell us we've seen you. So, but yeah, I mean, if anybody, in fact, if there's 25 people watching, and hit the thumbs up, by the way, if you haven't done already, please, that'd help us out. If anybody's watching and they see an 18-year-old, 19-year-old version of me on a Pat and Mick song, if they find it on YouTube, if you could send the link, if you know how to send a link to me, man, that'd be great because I've never seen it, but I've heard so much. Yeah, if anybody's able to do that, that'd be great. It'd be interesting to see it. I mean, I'm just Bloody, I'm starting to feel, I haven't drank vodka in like 3 months. I'm starting to feel the effect, This pineapple juice is good. Well, it's fizzy pineapple. Yeah, so that's my little minute of fame. Amber Franklin, I lived on Crown Hill where they had a kebab van where people used to go to from all over Milton Keynes. P.S. I live at the end of Connyborough, opposite the middle school. Okay, that I used to go to. I used to go to that school as well. Yeah, it's opposite Connyborough Middle School. It's opposite the road. There's a tattooist. Last time I looked, it used to be a bakery. But yeah, I used to go to that school as well, Connyborough Middle School. This is back in the day. I don't know. I don't know how old you are, Amber, but I'm 50 in 6 months, so I'm old enough. When I was there, there were in the playground, there was a huge log. I mean, the thing must have been 15 foot long. It was like even as an adult, it's too big. I wouldn't be able to get, I mean, it would take two of me to get my arms around the trunk. It was on its side, and everybody at playground used to sit on it. And it was so worn, it was actually smooth, because all the arses that used to get parked on there every day for years and years, and now it's gone. And also there used to be a swimming pool. They built a swimming pool while I was there. It was a big square swimming pool with under a cover. It was outside in the playground, just to the side of the playground, but it had a cover in it. And yeah, but that's gone as well. But interesting. I don't know if do you remember that? Are you old enough to remember those? Because it was, what's it now? I'm coming up on 50, so that would have been 35-ish years ago. Oh, English Heart says, I was on Crime Watch, he says. Wait a minute. What do you mean, like on a wanted poster? Batesy Moyo. As a kid, I was on an episode of Smart, the kids' art program. Oh, okay. I don't remember Smart. I remember, what's his name? Tony Hart. I remember him and that little Play-Doh thing, Morph. I remember that. Smart. I probably would remember the program Smart if I saw it. Interesting, though. Adam Sebasoy. Sebasoy? Why does that Norwich guy always post like 10 comments on each of your videos? Norwich guy. I don't know who that is. Norwich guy. The Chronic 1992. Have you ever used the Bic one blade razor? They rip your face to bits. I don't know. Well, the thing is, I do have a selection. I very, very rarely use a wet shave. I really don't like the smooth face. As crazy as it sounds, that's one of the good memories I have about my dad, actually, as a kid, is the sandpaper face that he had. He's one of those old school guys, that basically had a face of sandpaper. At least it felt that way to a 5-year-old. It's one of the there's not so many good memories of that guy, but the odd occasions where I do use a wet shave, I'll either use a 1 blade or a 2 blade. I don't go in for these fucking, because every year they come out with it. I've actually discussed this on my shaving video. I'm pointing over the bathroom over there. Well, it's all shit. I mean, how close do you need to shave your fucking face, right? Use a 1 blade, okay. 2 blades will go probably closer than a 1 blade. 3 blades probably go closer than a 2, and probably closer than a 1. But how far do you need to go? I mean, I think, how far are they up to? Anybody know? I think last time I looked, they were up to like 6 blades. I've used the 3 blade or 2 blade with a Lubra strip. They were actually not bad. But the thing is, the odd occasions where I do use a wet shave, I use a 1 or a 2 blade. Basically, you get 15 of them for £1 in Poundland. They do the job, because ask yourself, how close do you need your face to be shaved? But what I do, you go downwards, and then you go upwards against the grain if you want. I mean, sometimes I don't, I just but what it is, it's just a marketing bullshit to get you to buy crap that you don't need, right? Who needs a 5 and a 6 blade fucking razor blade, right? But back in the day, you had a barber's straight razor. I've used those actually, and I used them once while I was high, and I wouldn't recommend doing that while you're high, right? And then you know, it's safer just to use the proper blades, you know. But you know, just use a one or a two. You get 15 of them. You might even get 20 of them for £1 down at Poundland. Actually, well, I say not 20, but you get between 10 and 15, depending on the brand, down at Poundland. Okay. I'm toxic. No one asked. That's gross, she says. What? Can you elaborate? Unless you're not talking to me. Unless you're talking. If you're talking to somebody else, if anybody's out there talking to somebody else, write their name, who you're talking to. Otherwise, I'll assume you're talking to me. But I don't know what you mean, toxic. Um, oh, no, the Norwich guy, Adam Selbsby, Sebeswy. The Norwich guy, Scotty B. Okay, he's talking to somebody else because he loves the channel. We all do. Oh, I think Batesy Boy's talking about Scotty B. Snip, how come you don't talk to your dad anymore? Well, the thing is, they got divorced. It would have been about 1977, 78. I was 7. That would make me 7 or 8 years old. So I was born in 70. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they got divorced in 77, 78. He's, you know, once every couple of years, he used to visit when we were young. He used to drive down to Milton Keynes here. Used to visit. You know, but the thing is, I mean, he's the type of. I would like to meet him. The thing is, last time I met him was when I was 18, and I travelled down to Great Yarmouth, where he lives. Stayed a couple of nights down there, and he was just a bigger cunt as he was then, as he was the years before. Now that he's an old man, he's probably near death, I would imagine. I mean, he's got to be 75, 80 years old. If I had the opportunity, perhaps I would go visit him just to see him one more time before he kicks it. But if I don't, you know, it doesn't, you know, am I going to lose? I very rarely think about him, actually. I have sometimes I have flashbacks of the type of guy, the behavior that he used to the way he behaved. You know, the thing as I'm getting older, the thing is, all right. Well, I've mentioned it. I've alluded to it before. In brief summary, he was one of what they call now. I've used this. This is why I don't like the term domestic violence. Is what they call it now. It's a sanitized word for wife beating. It's what they did back in those days in the 70s. That was the kind of behaviour he was doing back then. And the thing is, as a kid, I used to, you witness it. He had no problems with doing this in front of his children. Okay, that's the kind of, and I tell you, I'm only telling you this because I've been drinking the old truth serum here a bit. All right, but he was the type of person, he had no problems doing this violence in front of his children, and as a result, it makes an impression on you. So as a young person, you remember these things every now and again, even as an adult now. Every once in a while, every several years, it'll just pop into my head, these visions of the violence. So will I, I'm in no hurry to speak to him. It just out of curiosity to see what kind of a person he is nowadays before he dies, maybe. If I don't get to see him before he dies, fuck him. I don't care. It's just curiosity if I do get the chance. So snip. That's why I don't talk to my dad anymore. I got no reason to. I mean, anyway. Bates Simoyo, where's Sweep Sings tonight? Ah, yeah, actually, Sweep Sings wrote a message the other day. You know, I haven't heard of Sweep Sings for a while, and then I get a message from I think it's her. You know, Sweep Sings actually, by the way, if Sweep Sings does actually write a comment, you can actually go to the right hand side. You get the three little buttons there. You can actually click that and go to her channel. She does those. Sweep. What they do, Sweep and Sooty and all the rest of them. They do songs. You know, if there's any songs that you like, say you can write, like Sweep Sings Bohemian Rhapsody, for example. You get Sweeps, singing. Things like AC/DC. What was it? 7:45. I think I've got to go. Yeah, I got a while there. Bloody hell. I can't believe there's 20. Oh, hello. I just lost one. I was going to say, I can't believe there's 27 people watching. Then there's just a second before I was going to say something. Oh, well, it's back up to 27 now. Jesus. Now it's down to 26. Shit. Oh, dear. All right. Well, 26 people are watching. All right, there you go. That's how much I'm going to put there. I'm going to put that much in. There's about an inch and a half of vodka in the bottom of that shit. Look at that. That's how I should have made a mark on there before when I started the live stream. Oh, actually, I was going to say that'd be easier because if I've got to, because the thing is, my casserole is in the oven, right, and that's going to be in there for an hour and 45. So all I got to do, I'm up to 46 minutes now, 46 and a half minutes. Wait until that's to 40. When the timer goes to 45 minutes, an hour and 45, then I'll have to go. Yeah. So actually, otherwise, I know what you lot are like. Oh, I tell you, you do the same thing we used to do with our supervisors. You know, if we're all in the canteen and we have to go, say we've got a 15-minute break. The trick is to keep your manager talking, ask him questions and stuff, and that way you have a longer break. And I've known in the past people have done that. I noticed that. I know that now. Say, right, I've got to go because I'm worn out, I'm shagged. I just can't stay awake and I'm starving. And then people keep asking me questions. There you go. So an inch of vodka with that much lemonade, pineapple. Okay. Actually, pretty good. The pineapple is a very good accompaniment to vodka, actually. I can't really taste the vodka. I could probably put some more in there without realizing it. Let's see. Amber Franklin. I don't know who my dad is, she says, because I've never met him, but he's dead now. I was born in 93. Oh, blimey. So it's, I've drank so much vodka, I can't even work out how old that is. She's 93. And my mum kicked him out when I was 15 or 16 months, I think. Actually, did you write to me? Somebody else wrote to me last week saying that it was a commentary on one of my live streams. It was way after the fact. The live stream had been loaded for about ages. Saying how because somebody else mentioned that about treating people the way you want to be treated. Amber Franklin, there was the refinement. I think it should be remnants. There was I'll call it the remnants. There was the remnants of a pool at the school, but it was gone when because you were born in 93. I was born in 70, so they're probably long gone. Long gone when I was there. The tattooist opposite is now a normal shop. Oh, That was on the other end of the road. Yeah, because when you come out the school gate, turn left. Because to the right is the allotments. Turn left is the used to be a bakery. Then it was a tattooist with a body piercing connected to it. But wow, I didn't know that was a normal shop now. Shit, that's a bit of a shame. Uh, yeah, I'll have to go down there. It's been a long time since I've been to Connyborough. My brothers live in Connyborough. I've got no reason to go fucking to Connyborough. Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. Mad Maz 49. Mark, do you eat halal meat? Well, the thing is, yes, I do. Not out of because I have any, mainly because that's the kind of meat they do in the food product that I'm in there buying. I'm not particularly a fan of the way I understand it is when these what will they do to go in, cut the throat and let it bleed out, and there's no fucking you just kill the fucker. Not a big fan, but normally if there's a bunch of Afghanis working in there, normally I'll But um, as for halal, no. Well, that's the thing. Most of the places that I eat, they just do regular. Occasionally I've eaten stuff that says halal on the window, but I don't make a point of going in there. The thing that I do draw the line on is free range eggs. But as for halal, I'm not a big thing on cutting the off throat. But I like to be an animal to be dispatched quick. Batesy Boyo, those 8-hour live streams were ace though. You should do a day in the life of Mark's Mark on for a vid. Yeah, I tell you, the thing is, my camera is shit though. Those 8 hours, Christ Almighty, I've had, my longest one is 9 hours. I think it was one of my first first live stream, 9 hours long. Man, I nearly died. But yeah, I tell you, I've done a bunch of 6-7 hour live streams. What if I've got the topics to talk about? I'll just talk all night. But as for the camera, this camera's crap ass. The thing is, when I'm in the kitchen, right? See, the thing, I don't know what it is with the settings or the way the camera. I don't know what the fuck, right? But the most I can do is 20. I think it's 20 minutes and a bunch of seconds, and then what do you do? You just stop, and it'll restart. It'll start a second video. It'll stop the first, start a second one. So you, the viewer, doesn't get bored watching me cooking, right? I try and keep my videos between. Well, I try not to do 7 or 8 videos, but minimum. I try to do minimum 10 up to 10 to 12 minutes, right? 10 to 12 minutes of me cooking and eating and telling you what I think about this meal I've just cooked. But the maximum I can do is 20 on this camera at the setting that it's on. I'm pointing over here because I'm pointing to this camera. It's actually on charge now. But no, if I could work out how to do a non-stop video for 8 hours, if this camera could hold up for 8 hours, I would take it all around town. I would take it on the bus. I would, because I have to take my pepper spray with me in case any of these foreign Johnnies try to murder me for my camera, if I start carrying a camera around with me. But I don't want to hear any stuff about fucking any of that anyway. You don't want to hear any complaints about the word foreign Johnnies either. All right, but if I could, I'd be filming my whole day. Putting that on there and seeing if anybody's interested. Okay. Oh yeah. There you go. Daniel, Mark, have you ever given up? Daniel, Mark, have you given up the energy drinks? Well, the thing is, I don't really drink. I don't really drink energy drinks. Yeah, I will occasionally. If I go into Lidl's, right? Because the Lidl's, if anyone's out there, Lidl's and Aldi, they do their own shop brand energy drinks. So like these cans, I don't know how many milliliters they are. Those slim cans. They do those for like 30p, four for a pound. I find them really good. I don't like the taste of Red Bull. Red Bull's a bit nasty. I don't like it. It's the most expensive brand out there. Fuck knows how they manage to get so popular with this shitty taste that they fucking churn out. But I find that the shop, even anywhere I go, shop brand 30p. What was it? Kick soft drink. That used to be my email address once. We were searching all over the house because every name was used up. So we're like, fucking hell, all right. Twix chocolate bar. Right, no, that was used. So in the end, we used it kick soft drink. But yeah, try the 30p soft drinks. In fact, I might have done a review on them because I went to the shop. And I spent like £6 on energy on the 30p energy drinks, right? If you type in, just write it down on a bit of paper, Mark's Remarks energy drinks. I think I've done a bunch of those energy drink reviews way back when I started the channel. And listen, talking about starting the channel, I'll tell you, I've got those cards. Actually, hold on. Years ago, about a while back, I had these cards made up, and there you go. I've been leaving these all over bus shelters, all over the buses, everywhere I go. I start giving them out. I had these printed. If you want to help promote the channel, if you want to be a pal, and tell your work colleagues, or even take a video. Sorry, I'm burping, and take a video and put it on Facebook, Twitter, any of those channels if you're able to. Try and get more people to watch, to find an interesting one that you like. Maybe pass it on to your pals, send it on to your little buddies, and on all these social media channels. I don't even know. They bring a new one out every other week. I can't keep track. Not that I do, I don't know how to work them anyway. But anyway, sorry, I'm actually quite drunk. I've been drinking. This is quite a lot of vodka. I haven't drunk vodka in 3 months, and it's starting to actually have an effect, which is why I'm rambling. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna have a big gulp. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do a lot of do a shout out. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. If you want to, right, I started cooking the casserole, got everything cooked up. It's all in the oven. Stopped that, came onto the live stream, right? And what I did on the video, I actually said to everybody, if you watch the video, I'll load it after this. I'm going to do a poll, like a vote. Right, click onto that. It'll bring up the little options. Do you want to do this? Yes, no. I don't give a shit. Drop dead die. They'll be like, it'll be a bunch of options. You tick on that. If you want to participate, yeah, because I tell you, it'd be interesting though, to see what the feedback is. It'd be great if I get a lot of votes on there. Okay, on the poll. I can't remember what I was talking about. Shit, I'll go back to the comments. That's the thing about vodka, I tell you, I start drinking this, and if I don't ever drink until that when I was a kid, sure, you drink until you fall down. But now I just, as I'm getting older, I don't fall down because I don't drink that much, but I lose my mind. I can't think what I'm talking about, Start a sentence and derailed, and anyway. Oh, Amber Frankly. Yes, I did comment on one of your live streams last week. It was you. Yeah, I thought it might be because of that sentence you put about your dad. Your mum kicked him out when you were like 15 months old. Yeah. I wasn't sure about your comment actually, because it took a few days. I don't think it was a derogatory comment, but the first reading was, treat people like you want to be treated, because sometimes I can be pretty outspoken and loud about certain types when I'm talking on the live stream. But I didn't. After reflection, I don't think it was derogatory. But yeah, but I mean, it was a good point. Treat people like you want to be treated. I guess, um, except for except for the people I don't like. Then fuck them. But yeah, it was a good. Yeah, I thought it. But I can't. I remember the comment more than anyway. I'll tell you what. This is whatever. I'll tell you. This is this is probably not a normal. This is probably not a good thing. Start getting drunk while doing a live stream because anything can, just talk any old. Okay, Amber Franklin. It's the tattoo is closed one day last week. Last year, I think, for the weekend, and then it never opened up. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer because that's where I got that tattoo done there. I got that one. In fact, you actually, you know what? You probably can't read that, the viewer. But for me, I'm looking at a mirror image of me, which I didn't realize I probably did at one time. But I see, because the thing is, my tattoo is actually written in reverse. So I have to hold it up to a mirror to read it. You see, and I can read it now because I'm looking at a mirror image of me. But you are probably seeing this the way, as if you were there, looking at it, so it's not in a mirror image. But yeah, if anybody wants to know what that is, just write and I'll tell you about it. Yeah, it's a shame that tattoo. Yeah, because I had that done. What else? Do I have anything else done over there? No. Oh yeah, no, I had my chest tattoo done in that place. Uh, there you go. I had that one done. This is an amalgamation of like 6 different pictures. If you're ever going to if anybody's going to get a tattoo, my advice, I've got a bunch of them. My advice to you is don't get one straight off the wall. Don't get one straight out the book. By all means, go in the book, find some inspiration, have an idea in your head. Oh boy. Have an idea in your head and then go in the books and try and get a visual thing, because trying to explain to a guy what is in your head is actually quite difficult. But if you can find a picture that's close and say, right, that's what I want. Move the leg this way, move the tail that way, add some clouds, put a moon over here, change the color, but use that as a, as as the idea, as a thing that this guy can look at. And this one was an amalgamation of 6 different pictures. I had the coloring, the hair. I don't know. There you go. If you can, shit. It's like an evil clown, right? The hair, the hair is from one picture, the body color is from another picture, the stick that he's holding, the cane, is from another picture, and all kinds of different. Anyway, oh, Terry Webster, hello to you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Daniel says home bargains. Home bargains. What is that like? B&Q? Do a nice energy drink for 19 pence a can, or 6 for a pound. That's interesting. Let's see. Oh, Amber Franklin again. I remember when the Metro. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember when the Metro, that'd be the bank, the Metro Bank, opposite McDonald's were toilets. The city centre has changed so much since I've grown up. Actually, I'm not sure you're correct. I remember the opposite Opposite McDonald, I'm not certain they used to be toilets. The toilets used to be opposite the market. Now it's a newsagent's. But I mean, I could be wrong, but I could be full of shit. But McDonald's, opposite McDonald's, the earliest memory I have is when it used to be a pub. Then it used to be a jeweler's, I think. What else has it been? It used to be a pub because we used to drink in there every Friday after work. I think it was a jeweler's. I don't think I can't remember a time when it was a public toilets. But yeah, but so many shops have changed. It's barely the same now. I mean, you've got Dickens and Jones at one end, which I think might be closing down. There's a poster out. There's loads of posters all over the window, closing down. It says, which would be, I mean, but and John Lewis at the other end, and then you've got McDonald's in the middle, which has been there from like day one, which is McDonald's you're talking about. Everything else has changed. Shit, even next to McDonald's, you got your Queen's Court. They've taken the fountain out of that. I was there the other day. They've got some kind of pond thing going on, people throwing coins in. But I tell you what, they're cramming businesses in every fucking square inch of that shopping centre. Down the arcades, you've got those barras, people selling phone accessories, people selling sweets, people selling bottles of fermented booze, people selling ice creams. These carts down the middle, even in Middleton Hall, they're flogging. They got loads of guys selling pizzas and hot dogs and all kinds of shit. But yeah, that's interesting though. I don't, like I say, I don't recall them being toilets, but I could be wrong. But I do remember my first memory of them was a shop. Was a pub, and then I think it went to a jeweler's, and now of course it's the Metro Bank. Which, if anybody's in Milton Keynes and you don't know, if you go in, they've got a machine where if you can go in there with all your change and dump it in the machine, free of charge. Is what I do. I get all my coins that I save up. I take them down there, chuck them in the machine, because the thing is, I know how much is in there, so I usually take exactly the right amount, and I change them into £50 notes. Reason being, that £50 notes, while not usually a problem for me to get rid of, then I'm less likely to piss it away on a kebab or something useless if it's a £50 note. If it's a 20 or a 10 or a 5, or then yeah. But if it's so it's a good way of saving. So if you've got a big jar of coin, don't go down to Sainsbury's, for fuck's sake. They'll charge you like 9 point something percent. You imagine if you go in there with 100 quid, that's nearly £10 in commission. I go in there with £50 regularly. 50. I usually do it in. I usually collect £50 or £100 in. But no, because I want £50 notes. So you imagine if I went to Sainsbury's, I'd be paying between £5 and £10 every time I went in there and threw my change in the machine. Fuck them. But Metro Bank, you can do it for free. You don't even have to be a customer. You just chuck it in the machine, do it, do the thing with the buttons, pull out the receipt, go to the counter, you tell them what you want, say, right, how do you want, give me a £50 note. And there you go. And it's a good way to save, because then you can put it up, in the side. And like I say, for me, I'm less likely to piss it away on something useless. And it might be a good way of, if anybody's out there, I mean, so you've got. I mean, you don't even have to get a £50 note. If you've got a big jar full of copper coins, which are no good to anybody, right? You try going in the shop. I mean, sometimes, yeah, they'll have £1 off you if you want to, unless you're buying something, they're not going to touch your copper coins, right? And sometimes, if you go in there and say, look, I've got £3 worth of copper coins. Do you want them? Because I'm going out of the bank anyway. Sometimes, they'll have a couple of quid. but trying to get rid of pounds and pounds of them is no good. So if you're one of those, but I personally don't save up that much. Copper coins. I usually throw it in with a £50 coin jar. I'll count up. What I'll do, I'll count my copper coins out. Say I've got £2 of copper coins, then I'll add 48 pound coins to it to make up 50 quid. So to get rid of the copper coins, I don't want them. But if you're one of those people who have jars of them, go with the Metro Bank. They don't charge you nothing. Yeah, they're pretty good that way because they know the value of. I mean, like Sainsbury's, little fucking dickheads they are. They figure, oh, what we'll do, we'll put a machine in the corner, charge every schmuck who comes in using the machine, we'll charge them 9 point something percent, right? Call it 9%. We'll charge them. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like the thing that rings in true when I had my video shop business. And I tell everybody who's it's slightly interested in the business, you can fuck the customer once, but he won't come back. Okay, so if you're charging 9% to have chuck all your coins in, once the guy realizes that, wait a minute, I've just thrown £100, or I've just thrown, say, £50, I've just thrown £50 into the machine. £5 of that is commission. Fuck, I prefer to bag it up and spend it. Go to the shop and buy, give them £1 worth of shrapnel and 50p coin for a loaf of bread. I'll just do that rather than give the fucking, supermarket £5 of my commission money. Fuck them. So the Metro Bank, they've realised that, say, look, all right, we'll take a dump on everybody coming in, checking their coins. Oh, excuse me. Throwing their coins in the machine, getting the thing out, getting a token out, receipt out, go to the counter. Half of the people won't be customers. Half of them will be customers, and the half that are not customers, if 1 in 50 of them eventually, over the years, decide to become a member of the bank, open up an account, we've won. Look, and that's, and they know this. Ah, hey, look at this. Pete and Dawn, hello, welcome back. I thought you'd long gone. I haven't heard from you for a while. I thought, yeah. Pete and Dawn have donated £4. Merry Christmas, Mark. Oh, thank you ever so. I tell you, that's pretty good. Oh wow, yeah, Pete and Dawn. I'll tell you what, Pete and Dawn, they haven't been around for a while. Well, at least they've not been commenting for a while. They may have been watching. I don't know. But yeah, that's very generous. Thank you very much. Shout out to Pete and Dawn. That's marvelous. In fact, that is a very generous donation from. It's to do with that that dollar symbol underneath. Does anybody know? Apparently, I've got this thing on there which they gave. Apparently, I think they gave to everybody. Was hello. So I'm just reading I'm reading the comments there. What was I saying? Was apparently YouTube gave everybody, all the YouTube contributor people, stickers. Can anybody tell me what that's about? It's this new thing. It's for people to get involved in the channel. I don't know, Christ knows, but this is the first time I've done a live stream since they've introduced stickers. If anybody can tell me what that's about, that'd be great. ALAW, can't believe you're not single. Well, thanks very much, I think. Okay. Let's see. I'm on. Thanks for. Oh, I'll tell you what. What with the vodka and people having awkward names, Ohima J. Hi, Mark. Thanks for blessing us with a live. By the way, what were you saying in response to those shop hand made sandwiches in Poundland? By the way, what were you saying in response to those shop handmade sandwiches in Poundland? I don't know. There was I bought a chicken and ham pie which I've loaded, and I've got a chicken. I think I've loaded the beef and onion. I think I've loaded that as well. £1.50 from Poundland. Somebody wrote to me saying that they don't trust Poundland stuff, and I explained that on the whole, normally they got some shit in there, sure, but personally, but that's the thing. You never know. I mean, it's something to do with a comment I made that you gotta wonder why they can make a sandwich for £1, and you figure, what kind of place are they making it out of? Well, that was roughly that. I mean, it could all be above board. I mean, I worked in a sandwich place. Fuck me, that was the worst job. One of the worst jobs. Oh boy, this vodka is good. Years ago, when I was like, I don't know, 18-ish, 20, something like that, in my early 20s, I worked in a place called Buckingham Foods. Oh boy, oh boy, this lemonade, fucking hell, was fizzy. I worked in a place called Buckingham Foods here in Milton Keynes, and what it was, you've got like 60-foot conveyor. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. You got a 60-foot conveyor belt. There's fucking 30 guys, 25, 30, 20 guys, all in a line. You've got a machine that butters the bread all the way down there, comes along in front of you, and then you've got these trays up on these little shelves in front of you. And depending on what they want, right, go, right, okay, we want bacon, ham, we want bacon, tomato and lettuce sandwiches, right? We do 1,000 of those. Oh fuck me, right? So you got these sandwiches, you got all these bread coming along on the conveyor belt from right to left. You're in a line of 20 odd, 30 guys. Your job is tomato. So you've got like oh Jesus, oh fuck. You've got a box of tomatoes, right? So your job is tomato. You grab a handful of tomato as the bread's going by. Tomato. Fucking bloke next to you, he's got lettuce. So he's got a big box of lettuce in front of him. Lettuce. So your job is to do like one every 4 slices. Every 4th slice, you've got to hit a tomato on there. Every 4th slice comes along, tomato. 4th slice, tomato. Yeah, and then they'll do like 1,000 of them, and oh fuck me, and you've got to keep up with it, because if you miss a tomato, you've got to you start shouting, hold the line, and they don't, right, because they're fuckers. And then they'll do a bunch of that. Right, next thing you do, right, we're doing tuna fish and cucumber. Right? So okay, so the bread's coming along. How do we get onto this? Oh yeah, it's to do with Poundland sandwiches. Yeah, so the bread comes along. Your job is, you got one guy slamming a handful of tuna fish onto a sandwich, spreading it around. He'll do every 4th roll and bread, every 4th slice. Your job is, then you got cucumber. You got a big tub of cucumber. Get big cucumber. 4th slice cucumber. 4th slice cucumber. Oh fuck me! And then you've got these. You've got. The thing is that really got me interested in that job. There's a shit job. Next door, they had a butchery section, and it was crazy. You had and you used to meet these guys. There's a whole bunch of them in the next door warehouse, right? And they used to come in, you meet them in the lunch break. Fucking half of them had stripes down their face. Fuck knows how they managed that. I don't know whether it was on the job. I don't know if they're juggling with a fucking steak knives or something, but loads of them had stripes down there had like scars, down their face. but it was crazy, you know. Anyway, that was one. Oh Jesus, it was terrible. Amber Franklin, what's your favorite cheap shop own brand? Well, that's the thing. I buy shop brands on. Oh, and hello to Neil Heppy. Sorry, I missed your comment above there. Shop brand. Well, I tell you, I buy shop brands on pretty much everything. There are certain things that I don't. I mean, I'll buy Co-op's own Weetabix. I don't mind that. That's about the only cereal. Maybe Weetabix Flakes, shop brand Weetabix Flakes. I buy shop brand crisps. Quite often, I buy shop brand biscuits. But as to food, shop brand vegetables, I usually buy the frozen now. I used to buy canned, but I buy frozen vegetables now. I did a while when I was buying fresh vegetables, but which is fine, you know. But frozen, I find is just anyway. So frozen vegetables, yeah, I buy shop brand bread. I buy shop brand ketchups. I buy shop brand, pretty much everything. You know, not everything, but almost everything. Uh, um, but yeah, you know, but you ought to give it a try. Everybody, you save yourself a fortune. Buy shop brands. I mean, they're well better. They're better than half price. Pete and Dawn, haha, no, not from Gavin and Stacey, although was smoking the wacky backy over Christmas. I think I might be talking to somebody else. Keith Middleton, comedy, hello to you. Oh, I see. Terry Webster asked, are Peter and Dawn from Gavin and Stacey? And then that's where they come. Wrecked says, Mark, did you say your co-op has stopped doing the markdown bargains? Yes, just been around mine and got smoked haddock marked down from £4 to £1, and one of those posh pizzas for £6 down to one. Fucking hell, that's pretty good. I tell you, you're doing better than I am. I tell you, because you know, I used to be showing them all on the camera, all the bargains I got. Now, Christ, you see, the thing is, we have this community centre around the corner. Okay, and what the co-op do now is they give all their old shit to the community centre and they put it in their fridge and they give it away. It's called a community fridge. Anybody who wants some stuff can go into the community fridge. So it means, I mean, I've gone in there. I mean, they used to do the bargains, you know, all the meats and that at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, bang, gets reduced. Now I've gone in there 9 o'clock, you know, an hour and a half or so before closing, and there's still meat there. And I've said, listen, you've got an hour and a half to go till the close. Are you going to be reducing this? Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to give that to the community shop next door. Now, I don't understand it. All right, one, the co-op are going to lose money by not selling it to me. No matter how much they bargain price it, right? They're going to lose money by not selling it to me. Two, it's fucking nine. It's gone 9 o'clock at night. Okay, they're going to give it to, and the date on this meat is up that night. All right, so they're going to give it to the community centre. They're going to go round if they're open, but maybe put it in their fridge. Maybe tomorrow somebody will come along and have it, and by then it's gone beyond the use by date. So nobody fucking wins, you know. They may as well just sell it to me. I mean, all right. All right. Their fruit and veg, great. Give that away. You know, their bread, great. You know. But when it comes to the meat, if they give it to the community centre and they're going to put it in their fridge, and then it's going to be the next day, it's going to be midday the next day when somebody comes around and says, oh, it's going to be well beyond the use. So, yeah, my local one has turned to shit. I can't get any fucking bargains out of them anymore. I mean, it used to be great though. You used to go in there all the time and I mean, I've shown people on the videos, you know. I mean, even I'm pulling crap out of my fucking freezer now. I'm trying to use up my freezer, I'm trying to use up all the old stuff so I can restock it. Right? I'm pulling stuff. I mean, that casserole that I'm cooking right now, which I've got to go see in about another 20 minutes. There was some cubed meat beef steak, right? Some beef chunks. That was in there for 10 months. I wrote the date on it. 10 months. I used to do that as well, you know, a lot when I get the date. When I get the, you know, buy the bargain, put the date on it so I know when to use it, you know. It's in there for 10 months. I've had stuff in there for a year and 5 months. I've been pulling that out. I mean, I did I did a chili con carne. Some of you may remember I wrote it was the title of it was a 16-month-old chili con carne. Imagine that, chili con carne for a year and a half nearly, you know. That's what I'm pulling out of my freezer. That's how long ago they were doing the bargains, but you can't get them now. You know, it's difficult as all hell. They do reduce them down, but what they'll do is they'll reduce them from four. Say an aluminium tray with a chicken dinner in it, right? From £4, they'll reduce it down to £3 or £3, you know, in change, you know, £4 down to £3, which is, yeah, I mean, fucking hell, it's not great. I mean, you know, even though you're buying a bit of chicken for £3, I don't even bother with them now. If they're gonna, if it's not going to be fucking, if you're going to do it, reduce it down. Because what they used to do, because actually, thing is, if you think about it, £4 down to £3, which is what they do on these chicken dinners. £4 down to 3 is 25% off. It's 1/4 off. What they used to do was go from £4 down to £1, which is 75% off. That's what they used to do, which is one. I used to snap up all these bargains, throw them in the freezer, and I used to show them on camera. This is what it was, and this is what I paid for it, and everybody loved that stuff. 75% off, and that was a fucking bargain. It was worth going down there, and you know. But now that was 75, and now it's 25. And if you don't pay the 25% discount, they'll give it away to the fucking shop next door. They'll put it in the fridge. Next day, it's out of date, so it's no good to any fucker anyway. You know, so it's wasted. Dumb shits, you know. So they'd rather not sell it to me. Oh, here we go. I read part of this before. Wrecked. This is funny. My dad once had a job in a factory screwing the tops on the toothpaste tubes. Fucking hell, man. I put my head in the oven after a week of that, I think, if that was me. Can't imagine the soul destroying demoralization. I know. I know. Just thinking about it fucking makes me suicidal. But then again, at least he got paid for it. Yeah. Yeah. The robots will be doing it soon. And yeah, I know the factories that they've some factories have even got where you'd have a guy going down the racks with a box, this and that, put that in there, customer order. Some places now have got robots doing that sort of stuff. But putting the oh fucking hell, I mean, I've had some shit jobs, let me tell you, but screwing the tops on the tooth. Fuck. I swear to Christ, I put my head in the oven if after a fortnight of that. But I tell you, I've worked in some shit jobs where I've caught shit off the management, fucking crap job, crappy hours, crappy fucking work situation, and I felt like quitting. I felt all right, fuck you all, I'm going home, fuck off, But then when sanity comes back again, I think to myself, wait a minute, if anybody's out there thinking they're in a shit job and they're thinking, why am I doing this? I tell you, it's not much better out there. But what I used to tell the young kids when they used to say to me, "Oh, fuck me, Mark, listen, I can't, this job is fucking driving me mad. I can't handle it anymore." I said, listen. I say to them, they're paying you £1,000 a month. Wait until they fire you. Just keep on doing it. Just keep on doing your job, plod through the bullshit. Just keep on going. Just think in your back. They're paying me £1,000 a month to do this. Wait until they fire you. Then go. Don't volunteer to go. You're giving up £1,000 a month. Wait until they get so sick of you, the way you work, the way the bullshit you're giving. Wait until they get rid of you. Don't give up. That's what I do. That's the one bit. That's the one bit of. I mean, for somebody my age, I sort of, I see the world differently than a 16-year-old. But that's the advice I've given 16-year-olds that I've worked with. If they're willing to pay you £1,000 a month, fuck them. Take it. Take that £1,000. And anyway, but yeah, that'd be my my nugget of. Okay, well, where are we going? Oh, Keith Huddleton. Oh, fuck me, this vodka is getting to me. Hiddleton. Keith Hiddleton comedy. How's it going, Mark? Well, it's going okay. Considering, I'll tell you, I've drank loads of vodka tonight. Jesus. Terry Webster, the old Jamaican Woodbines. They used to be the old roll your own cigarettes, weren't they? Yeah. Okay, Keith Hiddleton, comedy. Hey, Mark, can I ask you a question? Absolutely. Rick says, fuck me, I never knew. What was he jump there? I never knew I set Mark off on one of those bad mentioning, or one so bad mentioning the co-op bargains. I know. Thing is, when I go into a shop, right, if they've got stuff to sell, they've got stuff to sell, right? That's what they do. They sell shit, right? If they've got 2 hours before the end of the shop, I'm doing them a favor by going in and say, look, you've got stuff in the fridge nobody wants. If they wanted it, they would have bought it 4 hours ago, right? But it's 2 hours before the end of the shop. I will buy it. Just give me a bargain. Make it worth me while. Make it worth my while buying this stuff, and I will buy shitloads of it. I'll fill up my thing, discount it, far enough, and I'll fill up my basket. But make it worth my while, and but no, they don't want to give you a bargain anymore. But that's all I have, because the thing is, what they're going to do? They're going to throw it in the bin. They don't get fuck all in. They lose money. But they sell it to me. At least they recruit, they recoup some of their money. Frankie Smith. Hey, Mark. Haven't been here for a while. How's the chickens? Well, actually, I haven't been to the allotment. I tell you, here in Milton Keynes, it's been pissing down like pretty much every day, except for the last couple of days. It hasn't been raining, but it's still been, wet out there. But it, for the whole month, it was raining pretty much every day. For a couple of hours here, just enough to make things muddy and shit. I've got to ring up Anastasia and arrange time to go down there. But right, I've got to go in about 13 minutes or so. But yeah, I tell you. But the thing is, I enjoy being. I mean, the thing is, I enjoy being around the chickens. Trouble is, she's got her ways of doing things, and which I don't always agree with or think that are true. But I mean, what am I going to do? In ways of nutritionally feeding them or whatever else. When I had chickens, I used to feed them a wide variety of stuff, but there's certain things that she don't want to feed them. And certain things, because I want to make videos that are interesting for you as well as for me. And the thing is, I've got a load of seeds up on my windowsill over there in the kitchen. I grow them in trays, wild bird seeds, and and then basically they grow into green shoots, and I feed them there. But there's a limit to how many times I can feed that to a bunch of chickens and make the videos interesting. I need to do other stuff. I need to do the lice powder. I need to feed them other stuff. But yeah, I'll try and get over there. Again, now the weather seems to be, at least it's not sunny, but at least it's not pissing down. I'm definitely feeling the effects of this vodka. Ugh. So yeah, but yeah, the thing is that the chicken videos have not been very popular at all, which is surprising. You know, I've got a fan base of like 1,400, and I figured, I mean, even though I've got a fan base of 1,400, it doesn't mean that 1,400 people are going to be watching your videos. But I figured at least the amount of people who watch my cookery videos will watch the chicken videos, just for some shits and giggles, watching the chicken eat their food and running around, everybody loves that, But they've been very, very unpopular. At least, I mean, the people who watch them seem to like them, but the sheer numbers of clicks on the chicken videos, it's kind of disappointing, it would have been nice to get more people interested in it. Okay, I've only got about 10 minutes. Oh, geez, I've got 10 minutes to go. Oliver Ulrich, hello to you. Welcome. Terry Webster, will you fix your Xbox after a few more vodkas, please, Mark? Fix my Xbox? I haven't had well, I used to have an Xbox years ago, but I traded it out. I couldn't get used to the fucking controllers. I traded in my PS1 for an Xbox. Fuck that off. Got a PS2. I got a PS2 and a PS3 up there. But yeah, Xbox. Keith Hiddleton. Hey, Mark, there's a spider on your wall. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me, if occasionally I get a spider in you. Cons Customs 1. What's your favorite takeaway? That would be the pizza or the. Well, I'm gonna, and I will use the word chinks because I'm totally unapologetic of the word chinks. I do like a chink takeaway or Chinese takeaway for some people. I do like that. I do seem to eat the same thing though. Every time I eat a Chinese takeaway, I eat the same thing. But pizza and Chinese. Oliver Ulrich, hi Mark, did you have a meal for Christmas dinner? Well, yeah. If you look at my channel, 2 or 3 videos ago, Christmas. It's in the title, Christmas dinner. I made a Christmas dinner. It was chicken. It was pork loin, a load of potatoes, some parsnips, some mixed veg. Anyways, all load of stuff. Yeah, I look at my channel. About 2 or 3 videos ago. Frankie Smith, did you hear about the sighting of Father Christmas? Ben Varley's in the house. Oh, he's talking to Wrecked. No, I don't want to go into politics now. It's going to get me worked up. Oliver, yeah, talking about politics. I mean, normally I'll talk about politics, but I've been drinking a lot of vodka here, so I don't want to. Hello, Neil Fitzpatrick is in the house. Haven't heard from you in a while. It says hello to you. Welcome. Actually, that's the trouble. I've got about 7 minutes or so. The thing is, I'm working on a casserole. I've been filming the casserole in the oven, right? And it's got about another 7 minutes to go. So in about 7 minutes, I've got to cut this off, stop this, load this, finish filming because I've already filmed the first half of the casserole. Going to film the second half of the casserole while I'm drunk. Fuck's sake, all right, so Neil Fitzpatrick, welcome, but you got about 5 minutes, so stick around. And actually, well, after this, I'll load the casserole. I'll get it all sorted, and I'll eat that. Like I say, while I'm drunk. So it's going to be sort of. Normally, I'm stone cold sober while I'm doing my cookery videos, but I'm a bit drunk today, so I'll be. Hopefully, I'll be able to sort of keep it together. Frankie Smith. Mark, watch it. There's someone behind your sofa. Haha. Oh no, no. Actually, that is a big television behind me. What I do, I don't really have a television channel, but behind the computer here, I have a television which I use for DVDs and computer games occasionally. Although I don't really watch it that often. I'm usually more on the computer. Anyway, there's a huge telly back there, and I think it's like a 52 inch. It's a big fucker. You know, it's too big for the you know. Oliver Ulrich. Oh my God, Santa Claus. Rico Sakali. Rico Sakali. Please give a shout out to Devrim and Bea. Beya. Thank you. Great channel. Keep it up. Oh, thanks very much. I hope that shout out's. And it puts the same comment again. Please give a shout out to Devrim and Bea. Thank you. Great channel. Keep it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks very much. Ben Varley. Mark, how is your brother? Fuck knows. I spoke to him on the phone like 2 weeks ago. You know, haven't seen him in your videos for a while. Well, the thing is, no, well, you know, we're not really. I mean, we're not as tight as I would like to be. You know, I mean, one brother is a sick fuck. The other brother, Carl, he doesn't really sort of, yeah. We used to be, we used to get along. But the thing is, then we're not the type. I mean, even the ones I get along with, they're not interested. Fuck me, I broke my foot one time, and nobody come around to fucking help me out with shopping and nothing. None of them give a shit. So yeah, once in a while, Carl might be in a video, but I mean, unless I'm dead and they want to fucking fight over my property, then that's the only reason why they'll come around. Wrecked. Why are you saying you've only got 7 minutes left? Come, you jumped there. Come on, Mark. Keep up the stuff. Right. Well, the thing is, I've got like a few minutes left because the thing is, I started a casserole, filmed half of the casserole video, put it in the oven, paused the video, went on to do a live stream for an hour and 45 minutes, which we're doing. We're up to an hour and 42 right now. And then I've got to stop the live stream and then go back and film the second half of the casserole in like 7 minutes when the casserole's cooked. So that's why I've got like a few minutes left. Bazy Boyo, please keep on with the chickens. Jumped. Always great to see you, Mark. Have a great evening. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I would like to keep up with the video, with the chicken videos, because I like. But I mean, the thing is, I would like to have more interaction with the chickens because I mean, I'm not some schmuck who just fucking walked in the door. I mean, I used to have chickens, but I'm trying to convince the woman that I know what I'm doing around chickens. But she's but yeah, if I could do more with the chickens, more with them, basically film them eating different things, basically, because I mean, it's great having I could do 20 videos of them eating a cabbage, but I mean, how interesting is that going to be, right? So, but eating them different things, doing different points and different eating different stuff and different health issues. That'd be great if I could do that. But yeah, it's trying to convince her that I actually know what I'm doing around a chicken. Keith Middleton comedy. Your brother's a sick fuck. Yeah. Oh, my eyes are a bit blurry. Jesus Christ. All right. You know what? Where's he gone? Right, there you go. Right, instead of put somebody on a timeout, they're going to be being a bit of a tit. Um, Oliver Ulrich, Belgium is for poor blokes. I think he must be talking to somebody else. Frankie Smith, have you tried the recipe I sent you? The grass lollipop. Oh, I haven't seen that recipe. I don't know what that's about, unless you sent it recently. But well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen that. Already, Mark is feeding chicken breads. Okay. Actually, I wasn't. Yeah, well, it was the woman who owns the chickens. She fed them bread. Some people say that's a good thing. Some people don't. I don't know. I mean, I figure, fuck it. If the chicken will eat it, great. The chicken's not fucking stupid. They know what they're doing. If they but yeah, she fed them chicken. She fed the chickens bread. Chocolate top, Mark. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Well, I kind of allergic to coffee. If I drink coffee, I'll be sick. Not physically sick, but I mean, I feel like I want to be sick. I've drank coffee like 3 times in my life. One of them was deliberately. It was one of them was, I figured, it was at work when they had a machine where actually served coffee. Well, you went up to the thing, put your coffee in your cup, put it under the thing, and it gave you hot milk instead of hot water. And I figured, I'll give that a go. No, it doesn't work. Just as bad. Whether it's made with milk or made with water. If I've been sitting at the dinner table at work, and I've been reading the paper, reach over for my drinking chocolate over here, taking a swig. Turns out to be that the guy next to me, he's coffee, right? Taking a swig. That's it. I've got to start necking down loads of water, and even then, I'm feeling like shit for the next 4 hours. So tea or drinking chocolate. That's pretty much what I drink. Or try going into McDonald's and asking for a drink of chocolate. They don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dumb shits. Even though they're English. See, the thing is, I'm not American, right? I don't drink hot chocolate, right? I don't drink fucking hot chocolate. We're in England. It's drinking chocolate. And if you go into any supermarket, all right, some products do say hot chocolate powder. Other products say drinking chocolate powder. Right? I drink drinking chocolate powder. Okay, recipe chocolate. Do you prefer to? Right. Okay. Oliver Ulrich. I have Frankie. I have Frankie. Gotta say, I don't think cow food would up my appetite. What's Keith Middleton comedy? Still writing comments. You've been on a timeout because of your silly comments. Nope. Oh yeah. somebody else is uh, somebody else is writing. Yeah, chocolate top. Someone banned this tit asking about porn. Yeah, I've put them on a timeout. I think if they keep on doing it, I'll just ban them. Although I'm going to be off in a couple of minutes. Oh, look, I'm a few minutes over. Please come. I don't know. Frankie Smith, I don't understand that question. Please can one's withdrawal be explained? Wrecked. No, I don't have any. I don't have any New Year's resolutions. Uh, oh, Gray Rothwell is in the house. Ah, welcome. Well, you just about made it. I'm about to go in about 2 minutes. I'm going to go finish off the casserole. Ah, right. Interesting. There you go. War ready. Can you tell the difference between backyard chicken eggs and shop bought eggs? Yeah, I tell you what though, if you ever get the chance, even I buy shop, I buy free range eggs whenever I buy them from a shop. Right? They taste good. They taste okay, you know. Uh, but when you can get an egg within hours of a chicken churning it out, they are so good. Let me tell you, it is actually quite difficult to describe how the taste, right? But I mean, I've done it. You can, I mean, the difference between battery and free range, if you buy them in the shop, yeah, they can taste slightly different. Not a, the taste is, marginal, but but the difference between an actual egg. It's you remember, I mean, when you go to the shop and buy a box of eggs from the shop, they can be like a week or 2 weeks old before you buy them in the shop. They're not exactly straight out of the chicken's ass that morning. They're a couple weeks old. But Anastasia, the woman who owns the allotment of the chickens that you may have seen videos to, she gave me a few chickens last time I met her, and they taste so good. Let me tell you, when they are fresh, it is so, the difference is amazing. Oh, Gray Rothwell has had a video deleted by Batesy Boy. That's interesting. Oh, he says, "Oops, sorry, my bad." I think, yeah, he looks like he made a mistake there. Oh, there you go, Scotty B. I've got a flash up, a message that's just flashed up from my other videos. I'm going to start using double wraps now. I've done a few. I've done last couple of days. I've got a few more to go. I've done a few wrap videos. Wrap being tortilla wraps, and I need to shave. Basically, you get your tortilla wraps and you put loads of fillings in it, fold it over, and eat it. It's great. I've done a whole bunch of them. If you want to look at something, some tortilla wraps, type in Mark Remarks tortilla wraps. I've done a whole bunch of them. I've done everything from Sunday roast dinner to microwave fish and chips. Put them in a wrap them up. I'm starting to do a few more because somebody asked for some. Chocolate top. How did you meet Anastasia? Well, what I did, I went to the local council and I said, look, there's a few people I've noticed who have chickens on the allotments around this area. Could you contact them on my behalf and say, look, my name's Mark. I have a channel called Mark's Remarks. They're welcome to have a look at my channel, see what type of thing that I'm doing. I would like to film the chickens and make some videos for the people who are interested, which turns out not many people are. And what they did, the council contacted these people, and eventually this one person, Anastasia, uh, Anastasia wrote back, texted me and says, "Look, I'm interested in you coming." So I've been going around there for a whole bunch of videos, filming. But out of the two allotments, she was the first one. Now this is interesting. Right, I've got to go now. But Oliver Ulrich, Mark, have you ever got a double yolk? Yes. Well, not from the bunch that Anastasia gave me, but when I used to keep chickens a few years ago, all right, in the garden there. Only not very many, but once in a while, I've had it on one or two occasions. You'd crack the egg into a bowl, and there'll be a double. It'll be a double yolk. The yolks are smaller, but there's two of them. So you don't get any extras. I suppose that's the way. I don't know what they do. I don't know if you ever. I don't know if they're ever able to hatch out as twins. I don't know, but yeah, if you keep chickens long enough, occasionally you will get double yolks. And I've watched videos. of there was, I remember when I was researching videos, there was a guy, he had like a whole tray of eggs, one after the other, crack, 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 double yolk, double yolk, double yolk. I guess certain chickens, they just have it in them that they produce double yolks on a regular basis. I don't know, but not very often. But a couple of times I've had double yolks, and it's a bit of a novelty. Anyway, right, it's been an hour and 55, so I'm actually 10 minutes over the casserole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this. Thank you to Pete and Dawn, if you're still watching, for your donation. That was very kind of you. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to end this now. If anybody can take any of my videos and pass them on to Facebook, Twitter, or any of those channels, that'd be great. Because you know I want to, it's like everybody. I mean, they want to increase their viewers. But I mean, anything you can do to help, that'd be great. And any road. Oliver Ulrich, yeah, it must be genetic. Yeah, I mean, certain chickens, I guess, churn them out more regular than others. Anyway, right, I've got to go. I'm going to go do a drunken bloody review of this casserole I'm cooking. I've drinking loads of this vodka. And everybody, thank you ever so. And you got about 10 seconds to hit the thumbs up. It's 25 thumbs up. You got about 10 seconds to 15 seconds to hit the thumbs up if anybody hasn't done it. And let's see, that's about the last. Already, how long can you keep eggs in the fridge? Well, I tell you, with the eggs, I don't put them in the fridge. I just have them on the side, because the thing is, when you buy them in the supermarket, they're not in the fridge. They're just on the shelf. So when I come home, I don't put them in the fridge. I used to. But if you've ever got old eggs, don't trust the sell-by date. That's all fucking shit. What you do, you put them into a bowl of water. If you've got old eggs that you're not sorting them, not certain about, right? What you do, you put the eggs in a bowl of water. If they sink, that means they're good. If they float, that means they're full of gas and they're no good. Don't eat them. Throw them away. There you go. Okay, and thank you everybody for watching, and good night, and stick around, because in a short while, once I've loaded this, I'll load the casserole. You can watch me doing a drunken eating my chicken, the beef casserole. All right, thank you very much, and good night, everybody. Are you sure you want to end the live stream? And oh yeah, there you go.